welcome to the show. Now, I don't know about life being full of surprises. I find kids today are full of surprises, especially mine. Now, they're far more intelligent than we were at that age. I mean, can you set a video to record a half-hour programme on a long play on Channel 4 at 8:30 for a fortnight next Thursday? Can you do that? No. Well, our Jack can. In fact, he's been doing it since he was 5. I mean, it takes me all my time to switch the thing on. Doesn't it? Am I right or am I right? Yeah. Well, someone else who got a surprise recently was a Marion Irvine. Now, she swings wooden clubs about. Well, each to his own, I say. And I phoned her last week to invite her to come on the show and do a bit of club swinging for us. And here she is. Marion, complete with clubs. Come in, sweetheart. Come in, Marion. And there we are, look, and there we have them. Are those them?
Yes.
Those are the clubs?
Yes.
And you swing them round, do you?
Yes.
Yes.
By floodlight.
By floodlight. Yes, she does. She swings her club at the end of the garden by floodlight.
He won't let me do it in the house.
He won't let you do it in the house. And I know why, don't I? Yes, because you smash things up and even... Ah, she does, bless her. And at the end of this garden, you've got these garden gnomes, and they all have no heads on. But mind you, since I spoke to you on the phone, Marion, to be fair, you have been practicing, haven't you?
Yes.
In fact, you've not only been practicing, you have been doing it with the whole of the Royal Navy. Yes. The Royal Navy, please. You have been practicing with the Royal Navy Physical Training Squad from the HMS Temeraire, is that right?
Correct.
And I do believe later on you're going to do a little routine with us with those big hunky fellas. What was it like training at the lab?
Nerve-wracking.
Nerve-wracking. Did you see any nice ones?
Oh, they're all nice.
They're all nice. Marion, go off and get changed, and I shall talk to you later. In the meantime, I'm going to have a few words with your husband, Bob. Just have a chat with him. Well, off you pop.
Thank you.
And I shall see you later, Marion. All right. See you later. Now, Marion's husband, Bob, put me up to all this. Now, Bob, where are you? Where are you, sweetheart? Where's Bob? Come and join me, love. Let me have words with you. Tell me all about your Marion, didn't you? And the club swinging.
Yes.
And we thought it was absolutely wonderful. And you did make her go to the end of the garden, didn't you?
The safest place, yes.
Yeah. Well, can you tell me how many of these garden gnomes she's clobbered?
Most of them, actually. There's only a couple left, actually, without any heads on.
Oh, what a shame. Did they have any names? I mean, who did she clobber?
Oh, there's all of them. Snow White. Well, there's loads
Snow
of them.
White.
Yes, there's,
Her head's gone.
Oh, her head's got a long time.
Yeah. Well, any others?
Well, Happy is...
Happy's not looking too happy now. Happy's head's gone.
No.
I think has she gone? Has she gone? Oh, she's gone now. Oh, well, I'll have to let you into a little secret. Unknown to Marion, Bob's been having secret lessons on club swinging. Yeah. You're a closet club swinger, aren't you?
Yes.
But tonight, you're definitely going to come out of that closet and give Marion the surprise of her life, aren't you?
Yes, I will. Certainly will, yeah.
Because when she's going to do her routine with the Royal Navy, you're going to come on and surprise her.
Yes, I am.
With your clubs.
I am.
I hope it's with your clubs. All right, sweetheart. Well, off you go and get changed, and I shall see you later also.
Okay.
See you later, love.
Bye.
See you later. We a sneaky lot. Yeah. Oh, well, I can't wait to see Marion's face when she sees her Bob doing his stuff. But right now, let's catch up with our Bob Cowdrey's. Now, the other day, he went to Ashford in Middlesex to surprise an unsuspecting school teacher by the name of Andrew Duray. But first of all, he had a few words with Andrew's friend, Moya.
Tell me, Moya, what prompted you to put pen to paper?
Well, Andrew and I started to work at this school quite a few years ago, and he is a very good guy, and we became close friends, and he gives a lot of himself to other people. He gives 100% to his students, and he raises a lot of money for charity.
Well, he has a very special interest that helps him do that. What is it?
He's a DJ in his spare time.
Okay. Well, having said that, what would his dream be?
Well, his dream, Bob, is to do a proper radio show.
Well, I think we've got an idea that he might just enjoy, so it's about time I went along and met him. Here we go, gang. Let's try it in. Oh, it's all dark. That's handy, isn't it? Oh, nobody told us about that. It's all dark. Now, let's get this place lit up straight away. Let's put the lights on. Andrew. Hello, Andrew. How are you? You see, your friend Moya has actually written and told us all about you.
What have I meant to say?
But we know that you've raised a lot of money, for instance, for charity, fundraising and stuff like that. And also, you've very keen interest in DJing.
I have, yes.
And apparently you've always wanted to present your own radio show.
Yeah, I have, yes.
Well, we want you to present your own radio show as well, Andrew. So that's what we're going to do.
When?
Right now.
Right now?
Really good. That's confirmed it. Come with me, Andrew. Up you get. Say bye-bye to class. Come on, jump up. Well, here we are, Andrew, at London's famous Capital radio station. And inside, I've got a very good DJ to introduce you to.
Great music for a great city. Capital FM.
Yes, they're still on air at the moment. Just hang on. Oh, right, there we go. It's off. We can go in.
Right, let's go.
Here we are. Pat Sharp. Hello, Bob. How are you? This is Andrew.
How do you do, Andrew?
Great to meet you.
Nice to see you. Look, come on round. I'll show you how it's all done. He says, hopefully.
Here we go.
Well, this desk is very simple, if you are simple, like myself. Basically, it's all totally self-op. All these buttons have all been actually set through various computers and things, so you don't need to touch too much. It knows who's on the air.
We're live on air now, are we?
We are live on Capital FM, London's #1 hit music station.
We really are we?
We are, and this song's coming to an end, so I'm going to need you to play in the next song. We're doing the Shark from '87, Hot Chocolate, remember them? A guy with much less hair than me, Aaron Brown. So this is the button you're going to need. I'll get you a Capital jingle, which we keep over here. Hang on a second.
Don't panic, don't panic.
Which one?
Ready? This is the button you'll need. No, over here. I'll tell you when. Are you ready? On me. Now. Here's your next button. I'll tell you when. Now. Wow! Listen, you giving any other lessons later?
What's happening this afternoon, then, Pat?
Oh, we got a big disco later on this afternoon. This is the legendary pass for the Valentine's disco. And if you want, you can come on down with us.
Love to.
This is groovy!
We don't say groovy anymore, Bob, do we? The Capital FM Valentine's Party Sunday afternoon, and now a special treat. A young guy who's never been on the radio before. He's a bit of a teacher in his spare time, Andrew Derry! All right, nice to see you, all right? Great stuff, yeah, bud. Now you've changed your clothes, you're looking smarter than ever. If you're feeling fresh, we can feel the rhythm. It's all yours. Go on. Right. Just for you live on the Hammersmith Ballet on Capital Radio 95.8 FM. We are fresh and feel the rhythm. miss the school teacher, eh? One more surprise for you guys. From Carol G. Well done. Excellent.
Thank you.
Did you enjoy it?
That was absolutely brilliant. Thank you, gentlemen.
Oh, yes. And what a nice surprise. And I must say a very big thank you to the lovely Pat Sharp and everyone at Capital Radio for making Andrew's day such a super one. Well, you know, I went back to school recently to a reunion of my old class. Now, it was ever so strange seeing all those faces again. A fella came up to me and said, "Hello, Cilla, you don't remember me, do you?" I said, "No, I don't." He said, "I used to sit behind you in class." I said, "You didn't." He said, "I did." I said, "I don't think so. I can't remember any baldy-headed fellas in my class." Now, speaking of school, it's time to pay our first visit of the night to the children who are taking part in the 5th round of our Surprise Olympics. So far, 8 schools have taken part, and the 3 schools with the highest scores to date are Nunnery Wood from Worcester, Wheatley Park from Oxford, and last week's winners from Belfast, Grosvenor High. Now, the score our 2 teams have to beat to stand a chance of getting into our final in 4 weeks' time is 63. So let's go over live to the Newport Leisure Centre in Wales and the lovely Tessa Sanderson. Hello, Tessa, are you there?
Hello, Cilla, I'm here.
Oh, lovely. Now, are they looking after you down there in Welsh Wales?
We're having a wonderful time down here, Cilla.
Well, who's playing tonight? Tell us.
Well, with me, I'm in the blue team, is St. Julian's Comprehensive. And in the red team is St. Ilse's School.
Oh, yeah. Now, I do believe your guest referee spends most of his sporting time these days fishing, is that right?
That's one clue, Cilla. Oh, and this is another. Yes, my guest referee for tonight is none other than former Welsh Rugby International and British Lion, Gareth Edwards.
Oh, yeah. Oh, Gareth. Oh, Gareth, a big welcome there for you, lad.
Thank you.
Welcome to Surprise. Now, Gareth, tell me, do you miss those glory days, not to mention up and under at Twickers and Cardiff Arms Park? Do you miss them glory days?
Well, I miss the days, yes. I don't know about the up and unders. I was never very good at very high balls, but I wouldn't mind trying to scrummage maybe against Tessa a little.
So, Gareth, it's more leisurely pursuits these days, like fishing for you, then?
Yes, fishing, bit of shooting, maybe a little bit of golf for competition. But I'm involved in the leisure business anyway. We have hotels, sailing, boating, fishing. Why don't you come down to this part of the world one day and enjoy yourself?
Oh, is that an invitation?
Certainly for you, Cilla.
Oh, super. Well, talking about the fishing thing, we've got 63 points. That's the catch for our winning team tonight. So a lot of luck to everybody there in Welsh Wales, and Gareth, a lot of luck to you keeping the score. And Tessa, my sweetheart.
Yes, I'm here, Cilla.
We shall see you later then.
You will indeed.
Ta-ra,
Bye.
everyone.
Bye.
Good luck. Well, we'll be back to see how the teams are getting on later, but let's find out what our Bob's doing with an umbrella. Are you expecting rain, Bob?
No, not rain. This tired-looking brolly was actually sent to me by Geraldine Mattier. Now, it's been around the world 3 times and recently returned to England to settle down. In 1965, Geraldine left England to live in Australia, and her close friend Maureen Lee helped her pack and gave her this umbrella as a leaving present. They did write to each other as Geraldine made her way around the world and managed to stay in touch until the late 60s. This time, Maureen moved and sent her a change of address on a Christmas card. And would you believe it? Geraldine, who had managed to hang on to this brolly all that time, lost the card. So Maureen Lee, last known to be living in Walthamstow, give us a call, as we would love to put you back in touch with your old friend Geraldine and her brolly. Now, these lads with me here used to play in a band. It was quite a big band. In fact, it was the Corps of Drums of the East Surrey Regiment. This photograph shows them back in 1957 marching through Bury St Edmunds after arriving in England from Germany. And sitting next to me is Harry Vicks, who's helped to organise many of the reunions they've had. Tell me how many of the bands you've found, Harry.
We've contacted 22 so far.
22, that's very good, but I know there's still a few missing. And their names are Alan Whitmore, George Driscoll, Pastry Alan, Rex Chance and Tom Jenkins. In fact, there's a particular reason why you'd like to find Tom Jenkins again, isn't there?
Yes, Bob. It was through Tom Jenkins' wife, Marion, that I met my wife, Brenda.
Well, no wonder you want to meet him again. So, Tom Jenkins or anyone else who used to roll the drums of the East Surrey Regiment from 1956 to 1959. Our search lines are open until 10 o'clock tonight. And the number is 071 222 8070. Back to you, Cilla.
Well, this is the moment I've been waiting for. Yes, it's swing time with Marion Irvine. And here she is with the Royal Navy Physical Training Squad under their leader, Petty Officer Vincent Jones. Yes, let's get swinging with Marion. You were ever so good. Especially, I thought he was wonderful. Yes, he came on and went mental. The audience went mental. And you did nothing. You never batted an eyelid. You missed his biggest. But never mind. It is a little surprise, because, I mean, you've knocked the heads off. All your gnomes. Appy's head's gone. And Snow White's head's gone. Well, you don't have to repair these, because these are Cilla-proof. All right, now that's Bobby Gnome.
Thank you very
all
much.
right.
Yes, thank you.
And that's a Cilla Gnome. All right. Well done, the pair of you. And actually, lads and lasses of the Royal Navy, didn't they do well? Yes? Wow. Yeah. Oh, is that lovely? Well, we'll take a break now, but we will be back in a moment with lots more surprises, so see you in a couple of minutes. See you then. Welcome back. Now, the other day, a group of people met in a hotel to reminisce about a very special person who meant the world to them when they were kids. Now, that particular person wasn't at the gathering, but is, in fact, here in our studio audience tonight. So, whoever you are and wherever you're sitting, have a look at this and see if it rings a bell.
Every day was an adventure going to school. You never knew what was going to happen next. Got up in the morning and you looked forward to going to school.
I remember one very cold winter spell, and he, morning and night, prior to the classes starting, he threw a bucket of water out onto the playground to create an ice slide for the children to slide on.
I remember one day he gave us a spelling competition, and the prize was, for the first 4 winners, tickets to a Beatles concert. And this was really quite something. The fact that he had obviously paid for these tickets out of his own pocket possibly queued all night in the pouring rain. Who knows?
Sometimes they come over and ask you a general knowledge question, and they said, if you get it right, I'll give you all the change in my pocket. And if you got it right, it just went in his pocket and give you the change.
One day, about 11 o'clock in the morning, I arrived at school with new shoes, new socks, new underwear, new trousers, new everything. These were known as parish clothes, which me and my brothers, and indeed a lot of families had to endure, if you like, in those days. I stepped into the classroom and I was aware of everybody looking at me. I heard sniggers from girls and other boys laughing, etc., and I just burst into tears. This man took me outside, and I'll never forget the lesson that he taught me that day, and that is self-respect. He taught me that everybody is born equal, and the clothes on a man's back, or in those days a kid's, does not make what he is or what he's going to turn out to be in life. That was a terrific lesson for me.
Yes, Neil Ross, surprise, surprise. It's you, sir, we're talking about. Would you like to come down and join me, please? Is that a surprise, Neil?
That's a very big surprise.
Now, did you recognise any of your pupils there?
Yes, I recognise several.
Well, you must have taught hundreds and hundreds of pupils in your day, and they all say the same, I have to tell you. They speak with great affection about you and your kindness. Everyone says the same story, especially those 5 that you saw on the film there tonight. And indeed, they're all from Glasgow. And you know what? Surprise, surprise, they've all come back down to London to spend a little time with you. And here they are, those 5 pupils from yesteryear. Come in, David Bennett, Douglas Bovell, June Lauder, and David and Sammy Smith. Yes, come in. And there's June. Yes. And did you think that the tribute that they paid to you there, was that fair, would you say?
Yes, I would say it was fair, because they were very good pupils. They were the sort of children that you could deal with and get a good return from.
Now, I noticed Sammy said there on film that, I mean, you used to ask these general knowledge questions, and you used to give him, or all the kids, the spare change that you had in your pocket if they got it right. Is that right?
That's true, yes.
Oh, well, we're going to turn the tables on you tonight, because Sammy here, who said that on film, he's got a general knowledge question for you. Go on, Sammy. Oh, were you cool, lad?
Can you tell me who is the manager of the Scottish football team?
Oh, that's a real hard one, isn't it? I think it's Andy Roxburgh.
There you go, he can have that.
Did you get it right?
Yes.
You give him the money anyway.
Spot on.
Is that the best?
Couldn't get okay, thank you very much.
And June also, you mentioned the Beatles concert. Now, how was the Beatles concert? Did you enjoy it?
Fabulous.
Yes. You never paid the money to go to one of my concerts, sir.
No, I went to your concert.
Oh, you did? Oh, you've got taste. Well, I know you've got a lot to catch up on, and we've got the whole night ahead. And unfortunately, I'm going to do the rest of the show, but you can catch up on old times.
Well,
I think you can have a ball. I'll see you after the show, all
Very
right?
good.
Ladies and gentlemen, Neil and his pupils. Off you go.
Thank you.
Well, it's time now for more Searchline, so let's catch up with our Bob.
This is Heather now. Heather is here on behalf of her mother, Wynne. Heather, how can we help you, Mum?
My mum's name is Wynne Bayliss, but her maiden name was Cockhorn, and she would desperately like to see her brother again. Her brother's name is John Walters.
How long is it since you've seen him?
Over 40 years.
Well, we have a picture of your mum when she was about 10 years old. How on earth did they lose contact?
They lost contact when my mum moved to Bristol.
OK, and what do you know about her brother, John Walters?
He went to live with his grandmother, and they lived in the chapel house in Lampeter. And the last we knew, he was nursing in a hospital in Lampeter.
How old would he be now?
He'd be in his 60s.
Well, I know your mum's a lovely person. Does a lot for others. Let's hope we're in luck.
Thank you.
So, John Walters, if you're watching, please get in touch. With me is Barry O'Brien. Who are you hoping to find, Barry?
My cousin, Roland Michael Sayce.
OK, now you're both brought up in London, I know that. Roland in Shoreditch, I knew in Hackney, and you were very, very close as children, weren't you?
Absolutely. Roland came to live with my family when he was approximately 3 till up to about the age of 11. In fact, we were more like brothers than cousins.
Now, we've got a picture of Roland, and this was taken as a family gathering in the late 60s. It wasn't long after this that you lost contact with him. Why was that?
He had marital problems, and not long after that, he just left the vicinity.
And how old would he be now?
He was born on the 12th of January 1946, so that in fact would make him 46.
46. Sorry, you got there before me. Now, I know you've been trying to find him for a number of years. Have you had any leads at all?
The last lead I had was I called on the last known employer, which was the Enfield Small Arms Works. He was a fireman there, but all they knew was that he tried to join the forces or something like that, so it could be anywhere.
Could be absolutely anywhere. So, Roland Michael Sayce, please get in touch, as your cousin Barry O'Brien really would like to see you again. Our searchline number is 071 222 8070. Or you can write to us at Searchline, Surprise Surprise, London Weekend Television, Upper Ground, London SE1 9LT. Back to you, Cilla.
I'm looking for somebody as well, Bob. And Mr. and Mrs. Cardall from Plymouth sent a roll of film off to be developed. But when they got the snaps back, they were surprised to see they were all of total strangers. Now, they'd been sent the wrong snaps. They realised that they may be important to whoever took them and sent them to us to see if we can help. Now, here's a few of the snaps. Now, that's obviously a kiddie's party. And here's another party for someone older. And things must have gone with a bang. Look at that. It brought the house down. Oh, and this is what she thought of that party. Well, there you are. If anyone out there recognised anybody in those snaps, let us know, and we'll pass the pictures on. Well, now it's time to see how the schools are getting on. Remember, our winning team has to score 63 to stand a chance of getting into the final. So, Tessa, what are those scores?
Cilla, the short tennis is nearly finished, but let me show you some of the highlights of two of my favourite events, the football and the roller hockey. What did you think? A couple of promising Welsh internationals there.
Oh, certainly. If their enthusiasm and their commitment, which we've seen tonight, is anything to go by, they certainly will be playing international sport.
And they're so young as well, aren't they?
Well, you know, you've got to start young. Couldn't be a better time to start than now.
Well, St. Julian's won the short tennis, so what does that make the scores overall?
Well, the overall score is St. Julian's have 28. But St. Istids are leading with 64.
Thanks, Gareth. So join us later, Cilla, for the relay, where we've got some surprises for the kids and for the teachers.
Thanks a lot, Tessa. Well, now, 16-year-old Joanne Davy from Glasgow is a talented girl. She can sing, act, dance and play the piano. She sounds like a right little clever clogs, doesn't she? She's even performed with live, wait for it, tarantulas. Oh, yeah. You're going itchy at the thought, aren't you? Well, I just had to see for myself if Joanne had all that talent. So we invited her along to have an audition. But what she didn't know was that I'd be waiting in the wings to surprise her.
Oh, Bill, why can't you behave? Oh, why can't you behave? How in hell can you be jealous?
That'll be Joanne singing now. Shall we go? Let's go and surprise her. Joanne! Joanne! Surprise, surprise! Well, surprise, surprise. Hey, I've been listening to you sing out there. You are good, aren't you, Chuck?
Well, I've got a bit of a cold today, so it's not that good today.
But it's not very easy doing an audition anyway, is it, love?
No, it's not really. Quite nerve-wracking.
And you're singing without a piano, nobody's there to accompany you at all. Now, you're actually a very talented girl, because you sing, you dance, you act.
Yep.
In fact, you do anything, don't you?
Anything at all.
And I believe you do want to be an actress, is that right?
Yeah, I'd love to be an actress.
Oh, well, surprise, surprise. Have we got a surprise for you? We want you to do a little bit on our show, surprise, surprise.
Really? That'd be absolutely brilliant.
Now, can you dance? You can dance.
Yeah.
Can you? Oh, yes. Oh, look at those boots. I love them boots. Look at them. You've got the audition. Let's go. I love this. I love this. Come on, Joanne. There's no business like show business. Feet, funny boats, like a bird on a wing. Sea to sky. Oh, good evening to you, sir.
Maybe it is, maybe it isn't. For you, who knows? Shalom.
What are you talking about?
That's what it says on my script. It says here, Bob comes on as Rabbi Burns.
It's not Rabbi Burns, that's Robbie Burns.
I did wonder, you know, wearing this. I'm sorry. Hey, that's a fine wee song you were singing there, lassie.
Okay, there's nothing quite like a Scottish lay.
I'm saying nothing.
Oh, you wee scout and timber and slicket beastie. It's a bra brick moonlight neck to neck, so it is.
Have you been on the whiskey again?
Oh, no.
Lucky white feather? Lucky rabbit's foot? Buy a lucky rabbit foot, sir. Whoever has this rabbit's foot will have good luck always.
Try telling that to the bunny rabbit.
Hey, where did you come from, wee hen? Oh, you lost the summit. I mean, where are you hidden?
Way over yonder.
Glenn.
Nice to meet you, Glenn. My name's Rabbit.
Was that you or your bagpipes?
I'm not quite sure, but I had a big bowl of broth this morning. I really enjoyed it. It was good.
Oh, please, sir. Our family are poor. And strangers no longer pass through our little village. Not since...
Since what?
Have you no heard of the Brigadoon?
You're asking me if I've ever heard of Brigadoon? A man, a Scotsman who's lived in Scotland half his life and after somebody else's. You're asking me if I've heard of Brigadoon?
Well, have you?
No, I haven't.
It is a town, they say, that comes to life but once every 100 years.
Then, and only then, can you hear the sound of laughter in Brigadoon.
I have heard of it. I've done a summer season there.
Our little village is beyond the glen, but folk are very superstitious, and they won't pass that way anymore.
Ah, no. No, they don't pass that anymore. Brigadoon is about to wake once more.
Wake?
Okay, and bring the ghost of 100 years back to life. Ah, but wait. What's that?
What?
Can you hear it? There is a rumbling.
It's definitely the broth. I shouldn't have so much. It's
Brigadoon. Ah, it would take a miracle to wake them new.
Maybe I can work that miracle.
Oh, did I fret, hen? What could you possibly do?
I'm trying to sing a wee Scottish song my old white-haired granny taught me. Well, what are you waiting for? Pipe me up, Scotty. Woohoo!
A bunny takes a bunny rocking through the ride. If a bunny takes a bunny, we a bunny cry. Every laddie takes a laddie, now they say hey. Yeah, all the laddies rock me when rocking through the ride. Gambles are rocking the blues away. Gambles are rocking the blues away. Ain't no stopping it, bend their popping it. Gamble on, home and go. On we have the
Oh, well done. Mwah. Mwah. Okay, yes, the new. Well, it's time that we had a wee break, new. We hope you enjoyed Brigadoon. All thanks to Joanne and her leading man. And we'll see you the new very soon. Welcome back, and look at my Teddy telephone. Isn't he gorgeous? Yay! And I'm using this to make a phone call tonight because the man I'm phoning happens to have one exactly like it. Now, what sort of a man would have a phone like my Teddy? Please. He's 6'3" and he weighs 17 stone. He's a practical joker. Yes, and his name's Sean Swinburne. His wife Jackie wrote to us to ask if we could turn the tables on Sean and play a practical joke on him. Well, what are we waiting for? And oh, sorry. I see we've got 10 digits this week. Oh, it's a long time since I've done this. Oh, all the memories come flooding back. No nappy changing though, Teddy. Here we go. Well, I'm ringing, but you're not beeping, are you, Teddy?
Hello?
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 Hello? Is that you, Sean?
Yes?
Well, surprise, surprise, it's Cilla here.
I've been well and truly had.
Well, not by me, you haven't. Sean?
I've gone very red.
You've gone very red. What colour is your Teddy at the moment?
It's red as well.
Ah.
I've been had. I'm owed by so many people.
Tell me, whereabouts is your Teddy at the minute?
I'm cuddling it.
You're cuddling it?
Yeah. I am.
How long have you had this Teddy telephone, Sean?
About too long now.
Now, a little birdie tells me that you play practical jokes. Is that right?
The odd one.
Well, what kind of jokes have you been playing on people, then?
I got Wicked Wonder as a kissogram for my good friend Fat Boy.
Wicked Wonder?
Yeah, she stripped him to his underpants in the police bar at Central Milton Keynes and whipped him.
Now, Sean, your Jackie tells me that you fancy yourself as a bit of a Chippendale. All 17 stone of you.
It's about 17 and a half now, Cilla.
Well, the thing, what I want to know, Sean, is if you like practical jokes, well, how do you like the tables to be turned on you?
It has been, hasn't it?
Sean, will you come on next week, yes?
I haven't got a lot of choice, really, have I?
Well, just say yes or no.
Yes.
Oh, thanks a lot, Sean.
Well, thank you very much.
Ta-ra, then.
Bye.
Oh, dear. It is daft talking to a Teddy, isn't it? Now, do you remember last week's relay race? Those poor teachers with the custard pies in the face. Now, we couldn't possibly be so cruel this week, could we? Yes, well, let's find out and rejoin our Tessa in Newport. Hello, Tessa.
Hello again, Cilla.
Well, you're not going to surprise the teachers in the same way this week, surely?
Afraid so, Cilla.
Oh, Tessa, you're so cruel.
Well, as you can see, our teachers, Di and Phil, are dressed as clowns. This is harmless enough, but for the finishing touches, oh, and I'm so wicked. Here's Gareth with the surprise, surprise envelope.
Thank you. Right, listening, children. The teachers, as you can see, are made up as clowns, all except their faces. During the course of the relay, you have to pick up each item of clown's makeup and put it on your teacher before you can cross the finishing line. Are you ready? Yeah. And on your marks, get set, go!
amazing, and we had such good fun. I hope you had as much laugh as I did. St. Julian's won the relay, but St. Hilda's are tonight's winners with 64 points.
That is terrific. Well, congratulations to tonight's winning team. It's a pity, actually, Tessa, there is a pity that there has to be a winning team because
of course,
everybody did ever so well, especially our two teachers, Phil and Di. Where are they, Phil and Di? Let's have a look. Oh, look. Now, Gareth. Gareth, can you hear me, sweetheart?
Yes, I can indeed, Cilla.
Did you enjoy yourself?
I certainly did. To watch these young boys and girls playing so enthusiastically, giving their all, and enjoying themselves so much, it was a terrific night.
Oh,
and I'm particularly pleased I didn't end up like the clowns with pudding in my face.
Ah, oh wait. Oh, surprise, surprise. Well, it serves you right, Gareth, for opening your dog. You all right, sweetheart?
Absolutely. I really enjoyed it. Thank you.
Well done, everyone. And Tessa, whereabouts are you next week, sweetheart?
We're in Manchester, Cilla.
Oh, well, I'll see you up there. Not far from the pool. I'll see you then, Tessa.
See you then, Cilla. Bye.
Hurrah, everyone.
Bye.
Hurrah. Well, now let's join our Bob for an update on last week's Searchline appeals. Now, what's news, Bob?
Well, last week, Margaret Rose asked for our help in finding her friends who attended Milverton School in Leamington Spa in the 1950s. Well, we've managed to trace most of the girls for her, and they are now looking forward to a get-together. However, there are still two girls Margaret would love to hear from, and they are Daphne Sturt and Hazel Millwood. So if you're watching, please give us a call. And remember Kevin Edwards, who was looking for his brother, Kenneth Gass, whom we would love to hear from. Well, we've had a few leads on that one, but it's still fingers crossed. Last week, I chatted to Ron Harvard, who was looking for Ben Beaumont and fellow band members of Shades of Green, who played together on HMS Hampshire in the 1960s. Their signature tune was the Shadows hit Sleepwalk. So Ben Beaumont and the lads, if you're watching, put your fingers on those dials because Ron would love to hear from you. As usual, our number is 071 222 8070. Back to you, Cilla.
Well, now, we've got an anniversary, and there's a couple here in our audience tonight who are about to celebrate their golden wedding. Yes, surprise, surprise, it's you, Hilda and Trevor Dobson. Where are you, sweetheart? Come and join me, please.
Hello.
All right, love, you sit next down there to your lovely wife. All right, sweetheart? Yes. Now, 50 years, golden wedding anniversary.
Yes.
Isn't that gorgeous? We've got a picture here of your wedding day. Look at that. There you are, in uniform. How old were you then? 18. 18. And 50 years married.
Yes.
Tell me, what's the secret of a happy marriage?
Well, you try and pull together and trust one another, and that's it. You both pull the same way, and that's all I can say. Love one another.
Do you get a word? Tell me more, Trevor. Do you ever get a word in edgeways then?
No.
But it is your golden wedding anniversary. That's 50 years. And, well, we can't have a golden wedding without a bit of a do.
Oh.
Yes. And the first thing to have a do, you've got to have a cake, haven't you?
Yes.
Yes. And here to bring the cake on is your lovely sister, Margaret. Come in, Margaret. Bring the cake on. There's the cake. So we've got the cake there. What else do we need, Trevor? If we've got the cake, what else do we need, do you reckon, in a party?
A drink?
A drink.
A drink, yes, she's at it again, yes. Elsa's the first one. Yes, you need a drink. Oh, and we've got super big bottle of bubbly for you. And here to bring it, actually, Trevor, is your sister. You haven't seen her for 7 years. It's your sister, Margaret. Come in, Margaret. Bring on the bubbly. Lovely, have a sit down there. There you go, you sit down to the other Margaret. Isn't that lovely? Well, we've got the cake. And we've got the bubbly, and what a party it's going to be after the show. And I suppose on your 50th wedding anniversary, you're going to get a lot of special presents, aren't you?
Well, yes, hope so anyway. Not bothered about the presents as long as we've got the family.
As long as you've got the family.
Family to come, yes.
Well, surprise, surprise, because you're going to get one very special present tonight. You haven't seen her since she emigrated to Australia. But she's flown all the way over from Perth to be with you on your golden wedding anniversary. She's brought with her your granddaughter, Claire. And your other granddaughter, Sarah, who you've never, ever seen. Here they are. Come in, everyone. Well, that's all we have time for, I'm afraid. I'd like to thank everyone who's taken part in tonight's show, especially Tessa Sanderson and our very own Bob Cowgies. We'll be back at the same time next week with lots more surprises, so ta-ra. Reaching out, holding hands, reliving them.